This month's assignment is called Shoot from the Hip, and we are coming to you from the farmers market in Oerlikon, just outside of Zurich, Switzerland, with this fun assignment that anyone can practice absolutely anywhere in the world. It's a gorgeous morning and I'm super excited to be back here, and I'm looking forward to exploring the market with you, so let's dive into it. The idea for this one is so simple, and that's what makes it brilliant. What we're gonna do is we're gonna throw photography caution to the wind today, and we are literally going to shoot from the hip without even looking through the viewfinder. It's that simple, and you may be asking yourself, what's the point? Well, first of all, it's fun, okay? And that is reason enough. It's so important to be having fun with your shooting. There's a bit of guesswork in this style of shooting, since I won't always even be looking at my LCD screen, and that means that I cannot fuss over a perfect composition or a perfect anything, actually. In fact, I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna be returning from this one with a whole lot of junk, but that's not a problem. The point is that we are all creatures of habit, and we often gravitate back to things that we're familiar with, that we're comfortable with, or where we feel safe. So this is meant to challenge all of that, and at the same time, I'm thinking that it's going to give us some pretty unique vantage points and some angles that we don't ordinarily see in our photography. Let me just say that I'm not shooting from the hip today just to be sneaky. I mean, I kind of am, but I'm certainly not going to be hiding the fact that I'm taking pictures. So yes, I'll have my camera down low, and sure, some people won't notice that I'm shooting. That's fine. I'm okay with being inconspicuous, but just be prepared to smile and explain yourself if someone asks. That's how I would handle this. I'm also not just gonna focus on people photography today, since that's a little bit limiting and there's so much great subject matter in these kinds of markets. So let's talk about settings. First of all, autofocus. I don't often use this, but today I'm gonna open up my autofocus and use a much larger and wider autofocus pattern. Normally, I like to be pretty precise with my autofocus point, steering it exactly to the spot where I want to have my focus, but that's gonna be really hard to manage today since I'm not even looking through the camera when I do my shots. Let's talk about the shooting mode. Here's another one that I don't do very often. Today, I'm gonna throw the camera into program mode, which is basically like automatic mode. The only difference is that if I feel like shooting a little bit slower or a little bit faster, or with a wider or narrower aperture, I just have one dial to manage to make those adjustments. In fact, I'm also gonna throw my ISO into automatic, and I'm just gonna make everything as simple as possible, because the point is, I really don't wanna be thinking about technical today. I just wanna shoot and have fun. So I've got my trusty 24 to 105 millimeter lens with me, which is great for this kind of thing because I don't need to change lenses when I've got a zoom that goes through such a wide range of focal lengths like this one. I'm probably just gonna be shooting mostly on the wide side today, but let's see what happens. By the way, if any of this sounds foreign to you, don't forget that we've got a great beginner's photography course waiting for you over at viewfindermastery.com. It's called Digital Photography 123. And in that course, we cover all the basics about shutter speed, aperture settings, ISO, shooting modes, focusing, white balance, metering, raw photos versus JPEGs, and so much more. So if you're new to photography, go and check that out and get yourself up to speed on your fundamental photography knowledge. All right, enough talking. Let's hit the market and go find some cool shots. I found a great place to start here. I'm loving all of the flowers because it just reminds me that spring is around the corner. Winter's coming to an end. So I think I'm gonna head in here and just explore the flowers a bit. Fun. We're off to a good start. I love your dog. I love your dog. What kind of dog is this? Okay. Griffon, huh? Never heard of him. So nice. May I take a picture? So great. That was fun. What a great little dog. It was so soft, so cute. Makes me want to get a dog. I don't know why. Never had one before. All right, should we keep walking? So I'm not really even looking for anything specific here. I'm just reacting to whatever I see, whatever I'm interested in, and getting the camera in close and snapping the shot. It's that simple. This is such a perfect subject for the market. All this wonderful fresh olives and sun-dried tomatoes and little Italian treats. It looks delicious. And I'm sure there's a great picture here. But I'm also playing around with the angle of my shot and tilting the camera on purpose. It's a funny technique. I don't know why it's called the Dutch tilt, but that's the nickname that we give to this technique. And you know, the horizon doesn't always need to be perfectly level. So why not? Tip the camera a little bit, have some fun. Oh, I love that light, and there's great texture on these guys. Beautiful. Oh, look at this. Oh my God, that is so good. We're sharking. We're swimming, we're circling, we're looking for opportunities. Is this mortadella?
No, Schinkenspeck.
Oh my good. You're my new best friend.
Ah.
Oh, these samples are so tasty. I could do this all day long, but if I keep eating, I'm probably not going to get very much photography done. Perfect. Beautiful. Yes, thank you so much. So one thing that I'm noticing as I shoot from the hip is that it's allowing me to get my camera really close to some subjects which ordinarily might be difficult to photograph from so close. If I had to squat down and look through the camera, I think I'd have a hard time maneuvering it in there. But shooting from the hip, I'm able to just kind of position the camera without my body being behind it, and that's really given me the chance to shoot some things very close in. And I think shooting closer is one of those things that almost always improves our photography. So one thing to remember when we're doing this kind of photography around people at markets and similar situations is just to be a human being and not get trapped behind the camera. If we're just behind the camera the whole time, you know, we're sort of cut off from what's going on in front of us. And it's nice to just sometimes chit chat with people and start a little conversation. Often that opens the door and we end up getting some really great photo opportunities. So I'm just realizing now that I haven't actually changed my settings at all since I first began shooting this morning. And I'm really enjoying that because it means that my mind is completely focused on something else today. I'm just shooting, I'm just enjoying myself, I'm just getting creative, and it's not all about technical. Now I'm going to show you all of the pictures from our fun market shoot in just 1 second, but before I do, let me tell you about the fantastic courses that we run over at viewfindermastery.com. If you want to learn photography in a clear and structured way from professional photography educators, then come and check us out at viewfindermastery.com. We've got courses in all kinds of topics, from portrait and sports photography to landscape and Lightroom, you name it. Of course, you don't have to take my word for it. We've got great customer ratings. Just check out our Google and Facebook ratings and hear what others are saying first, and then I would love to see you join us over at viewfindermastery.com. Okay, I hope you enjoy these pictures. I'd love to hear from you down in the comments. Please like and share this video with your photography friends, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Enjoy these pictures, and I'll see you in the next video.